How's it going, you guys? So in this video, I'm going to be explaining some serious flaws in sleep research. I am reading a giant book on health science right now, and in this book, it's trying to make the case that sleep deprivation will cause diabetes, obesity, and heart disease. So let me read to you this claim that's very popular. You hear it all the time. I'm going to explain why it's flawed. Indeed, the body of scientific literature linking inadequate sleep, more technically called short sleep, with disease is vast. So vast that there are now huge meta-analyses combining data from multiple studies to establish a statistically powerful link. There's also a broad collection of studies exploring the cellular and molecular details of why we need sleep and all the bad things that can happen in our bodies when we don't get enough of it. The benefit for us is that quantifying the role that sleep plays in disease is pretty easy. We can pinpoint exactly how much our risk for diabetes, obesity, cardiovascular disease, cancer, and autoimmune disease goes up if we don't get enough sleep. This is also the body of scientific literature that the American Academy of Sleep Medicine and the Sleep Research Society use to establish its guidelines and consensus statement published in 2015. Adults should sleep 7 or more hours per night on a regular basis to promote optimal health. Sleeping less than 7 hours per night on a regular basis is correlated with adverse health outcomes, including weight gain and obesity, diabetes, hypertension, heart disease and stroke, depression, and increased risk of death. Sleeping less than 7 hours per night is also correlated with impaired immune function, increased pain, impaired performance, increased errors, and greater risk of accidents. So, emphasis on linked or associated or correlated with. So this is generally the flaws in a lot of research, including some of the research that links or associates or correlates red meat with diseases as well. So let me explain. What type of people usually sleep less than 7 hours a night? Okay? What type of people? Ask yourself that question. What can lead somebody generally? What type of lifestyle factors generally lead people to not sleep much? How about working long hours? How about being a nurse? How about being a doctor? How about being a police officer, a security guard? Obviously, a lot of these people that are sleeping less than 7 hours a night are people that are working so much that they don't have enough time to cook themselves good meals. Now, that's not an excuse to not eat healthy, but it is one huge confounding factor in these studies. Generally, I've seen, by working with medical doctors and nurses through security and other things, and some of my best friends for a long time, they were working as sheriffs and police officers. They've been working in jails, 18-hour shifts, and sometimes more than that, multiple days in a row. These people find it very hard to eat healthy because they're always on the go. They're always busy. So one of the lifestyles that people live is just overworking. They're working all the time, don't have enough food. They're or don't eat healthy food because they don't have enough time. They're super stressed. And as a result of their busy, hectic lifestyle, not only are they not able to eat healthy, which will cause more diseases, but they also don't sleep much because they're too busy to sleep. Duh! These people will definitely experience diseases, not from the sleep deprivation itself, but from the other side effects of such a busy, hectic lifestyle. So the sleep deprivation is not a cause of the disease. It's actually a symptom, a side effect of the lifestyle they live, and the lifestyle is causing a variety of situations in their life where they are following unhealthy habits. What's another scenario where somebody doesn't get enough sleep? Well, people who stay up binge watching Netflix all night, okay? Playing video games all night. I have a lot of stoner friends. Well, I mean, they're not friends, they're acquaintances these days, because I live that healthy life. I don't do these things, but these people that I know, acquaintances of mine, hang out with them every now and then. They stay up really late, partying with their friends, smoking weed, a lot of times drinking alcohol. They don't have to be smoking weed, but, I'm sure a lot of you know what I'm talking about. Drinking alcohol, eating tons of different, like, chips, snack cakes, pizza, and stuff like that. They're not sleeping because they're staying awake partying every night. Now, what do you think causes more detriment to people's health? Drinking alcohol, eating, whole pizzas while watching Netflix. What about, my friends that work hectic hours? They're overworked and overstressed. They don't even have enough time to make their own food, let alone, eat anything besides vending machine junk. Do you think that's going to cause more diabetes and heart disease and stuff like that? Or do you think it's actually the fact that, they're just not sleeping? Most people are not sleeping not by choice. It's because they're forced to live these crazy hectic lifestyles. Or else they're choosing partying and fun and alcohol and Netflix and whatever else. Maybe they have babies. Maybe they have a newborn baby to look after, which tends to be very stressful on its own. And the majority of their time is spent, taking care of the baby or whatever. So, granted, there are people that suffer from insomnia and stuff like that, right? And I had suffered from insomnia my entire life due to sleep medications, or actually certain medications I was prescribed as a child. And I only in the last couple years solved my chronic insomnia. But I'll tell you, the number one thing that prevented me from sleeping and that fueled my insomnia is being stressed about all the negative side effects that sleep deprivation can cause. So it's funny, I couldn't sleep, but yet the reason why I couldn't sleep is because I was so scared of not being able to sleep. So this is why I try to let people know that it's not proven that sleep deprivation is going to kill you. There's a lot of people out there that can sleep 4 to 6 hours a night and they feel amazing the next day. But they force themselves to sleep more because of all this this negative crap they hear from the media about how you need to sleep like 8 hours a day or more. And then they notice they feel more lethargic when they try to sleep 8 hours a day. And not realizing they might be oversleeping because there's the lethargy you feel from sleeping more than what you find is optimal for yourself. Those are characteristic, classic symptoms of oversleeping or hypersomnia. So, in summary, correlation does not equal causation. And there's mechanistic studies on a whole variety of things that are only proving valid through population studies and correlation studies. Mechanistic data, again, it's not an intervention trial. It can't prove causation or even begin to. Population studies, cohort studies even. Again, what else? What else is going on in the lifestyle of people who sleep less than 7 hours a night? Really? I don't know why so many people don't think about these things. And there's a lot of people out there that say correlation doesn't equal causation. People in the paleo and the carnivore diet community who believe in, red meat, and then they know firsthand that, these population and cohort studies are not valid, but yet they still preach, you need this much sleep, blah, blah, blah. All these bad things happen when you don't get enough sleep. But the studies on sleep suffer from the same exact problems that population studies on red meat and cancer, at least in America, not in Asia, suffer from. So, anyway, look, if you disagree with me, Send me an intervention trial, or at least send me the best evidence you have that at least is better than the correlation nonsense in the cohort studies based on questionnaires that don't ask other lifestyle factors that are confounding factors. Send me some real causation, some kind of evidence that is better than correlation. Send me the best evidence you have to back it up if you disagree with me, please, because I want to know. Leave your question, comments down below. Send me some better evidence. Talk till next time.